Hello dear friends, welcome back to southern Sweden where we actually are. I've been saying this for years now, but we are actually putting the finishing touches to this big recording studio, canteen, workshop, lab that we're building here in these old Swedish cow barns. The situation is that in 2 weeks yesterday, the council is going to come and hopefully, fingers crossed, sign this place off, which will mean that officially we have finished this thing. It's actually going to be, I think, almost to the day, 5 years since we bought this. We moved here 3.5-ish, 3 and a bit years ago. I remember thinking, I reckon it'll take 2 years. But part of me was thinking, 5 years wouldn't be too bad. But it's another 5 years of our lives. This week, we've just been kind of racing around trying to get everything finished. It's a little bit stressful, as you can probably imagine. So I haven't been filming anything because it's kind of frantic, and there doesn't really feel like there's any kind of sort of story arc, or it sort of feels a bit unfilmable. So I thought this week what I would do is, because I don't have so much time, I thought I would just show you what the last things are that we have to do and the stuff that we have been doing, kind of like a little bit of a sort of catch-up tour kind of thing. Then next week we'll be even closer, and then hopefully we get signed off. And if we don't get signed off and we have to start all over again, then I can film that too. All right, so please subscribe if you haven't already, and let's do it. So the studio is basically kind of as it was left 2 weeks ago when I finished recording an album with Stephen from Florida. I will clean this up one of these days, because in 2 weeks, 2 weeks today, in fact, we have a classical concert happening in here. It's an Erik Satie. What is it? It's one of my best pals, my oldest pals from England, who I used to be in a band with. In fact, that's another kind of little bit of tantalizing news, is that him and the drummer from that band, from my old band in London, they're both coming over. And we are going to try to finish the album, which we started 20 years ago and then didn't finish all those years ago. So that's going to be in 3 weeks' time, which I will be filming, and you will be able to actually see us using this place, which will be very cool. So yes, that's like a little extra little thing, but he is coming and he is going to perform Erik Satie in here with a film that he made with somebody else. He dresses as Erik Satie. He kind of looks like Erik Satie anyway, but he dresses like Erik Satie, so he does the whole thing in character. It's very cool. And so we're going to have a concert in here. So one thing I need to do is I need to get some lights up, kind of like lighting rig type stuff. That's kind of feels like the last thing. I guess one day we will have a dedicated PA in here as well. I'm not sure if I've talked too much about that on this channel, but this will be like a concert venue as well. We already did one outside in the summer, but in here is going to be for kind of like weird, like intimate little shows. We have this old pull-up bar thing, which I'm going to mount up there and put some lights on it. I'm also going to put some lights on these cool diagonals coming down. But what I have been doing, if I walk through here, through the control room, through the lab, there's a new massive pile of wood here, which is a bit in the way. I have been rewiring these old theatre lights, which I got from the Malmö Opera House from my buddy Svante. He sorted me out with these. The thing with these is that they use a very kind of weird connector. It's like some sort of military grade 4-pin DMX connector, which you can still get these, and I managed to find out which ones they were, but they're like €30 each. And there's 6 of these. They're really cool. They do work. See if I can turn it on. They're extremely cool. They're RGB. You can change the colours. They're really bright, and the colours are really beautiful. I think these were really expensive when they were new. But anyway, the DMX connectors are weird, and so I've started replacing them with XLR connectors, which will bring them into a kind of like more of a standard situation. I also have these very cool old, these are actually kind of proper halogen ones, which my dear friend Isaac has sort of semi-permanent loaned to me. They get very hot and they use a lot of power, so I'm not sure if they're a kind of long-term solution, but they're going to be good for this gig. He also lent me this, which I just cannot get my head around. So I have ordered a new lighting controller, a new DMX controller, which should be a lot more kind of intuitive, and a few extra lights. So not next week, but the week after next, I will be installing a lighting rig in the studio, which is it's going to be very cool. In fact, like just totally new territory for me. I did once own a very simple lighting rig, but nothing using DMX. It was just like kind of gels and just like faders basically. So yeah, I'm in at the deep end learning about DMX and lighting rigs. So that's going to be the week after next. Hang on, what have I missed? I'm in the workshop. Well, we're in the workshop. I'll show you what's been going on in here. So it's just lots of little things like fire exit signs. There's more fire exit signs. They're everywhere. Fire exit sign. Fire extinguishers. They're everywhere. There's a fire exit sign up here, above the doors that go through to the balcony in the studio where the cinema chairs are. There's a fire exit sign there. We're up here by the snooker table. I finally finished off the wiring here. So I built this box which goes around. So we just need to put the sockets on that, then that's finished. Through here, another fire exit sign. Into the darkness. There's no light here. Maybe you can just see this. This bathroom, which is above the restaurants. This is like a little apartment where people can stay if they come and record or whatever. This is done. It just needs the taps putting on, but I'm not going to do that. But here's another very sweet little concrete countertop sink unit I made, and I welded this up a couple of days ago. So metal base, concrete worktop, recycled wooden shelf which goes underneath it. Did Elsa do another coat? I think she did. I think I can put that back on now. Look at that. Nice. Okay, sorry it's so dark. Down into the kitchen. Okay, so what's actually been stressing me out the most this week is the ventilation system, which is going to go above the cooking area. We've moved everything out of the way again now. But yeah, the kind of canteen, kitchen, cooking area, there will be like a big hood that goes all the way across with extraction, pulling all the cooking air out through these enormous vents, which I put in today. There's one up there, that's for the exhaust. And then the fresh air comes in here. It will snake around here and then down into the restaurant. I just welded up this bar. Can you see that bar sticking out, this thing? So that's going to hold up the front of the hood, the stainless steel hood. So there'll be like a little stainless steel wall which will run all the way along with a ceiling and then extraction. Yeah, it's kind of hard to explain, but it's going to look really cool, and it's going to mean that we will have lots of fresh air in here and no kind of smoky stuff getting into the restaurant. But yeah, as you can see, it's all a complete mess again because there's vent pipes everywhere and this kind of stuff, which I just think is so beautiful, sculptural. Such a shame that usually this stuff is sort of like tucked away behind a wall or in a loft or something. It's really cool. Yeah, so this bathroom, the wheelchair bathroom, we need to tile that bottom bit. That also needs to happen. Another fire exit sign up there. But the workshop is really coming along pretty nicely. I've devoted a bit of time recently to getting the ceramics area set up. I put a new cover, a new lid, a new top on this work table that I built ages ago out of the old cow beds that were here. So that's good now for ceramics. I rubbed this down, this old table. So we've got two tables. My friend Natasha brought her kiln over, which we've been repairing, and we did actually manage to completely fix it. So it's working again, which is very exciting. So we have a kiln, we have clay, we have two wheels. That's my little electric wheel, and Natasha has this incredible kind of Japanese, well, kind of medieval foot-operated wheel. It's really, really cool. We have water. So yeah, we are this close to being able to make pots. So yeah, if anyone's wondering what they're getting for Christmas this year, with a bit of luck, it'll be some ceramics. So that, I think, is basically it. We have, yeah, like I said, we have just under 2 weeks until the council come. Maybe they even watch these videos, I'm not sure. But yeah, if you do watch the videos, we are doing our best to get this all ready, because that would be extremely cool if for Christmas we knew that we were signed off, and then we can really confidently get into booking events and all kinds of things for next year. Very weird to be at this point, but yeah, feels pretty good. I'm really looking forward to getting into making some ceramics and music. I know that a lot of you watch these videos because of the music stuff, and I promise there will be lots of kind of recording and music based content on this channel. But hopefully the fact that there is other stuff going on here other than music will kind of like cross-pollinate, and like that's my dream with this place, is that there are just really interesting things going on everywhere you look, and therefore it would be a very inspiring place. Okay, thanks very much for watching. I will see you next week for the 1 week to go update, which hopefully will be all the electrics and plumbing completely done, and just a lighting rig to install. So until then, look after each other, lots of love, and goodbye.